Yo, what's up y'all? Today I want to do a different type of video. We're going to talk about the new Trello page for the side project. Now, if you guys don't know what Trello is, it's essentially a tool that allows you to organize your projects. If organized properly, it can tell you what's being worked on, who's working on what, and where something is in a process. It's very handy for people with big projects. If you didn't know, Media Molecule has a Trello and they have a lot of good stuff on there. So I recommend you guys check it out. The link will be in the description. Well, without further ado, let's get into this video. So the first thing I want to talk about is the overall layout of my Trello board. It's extremely simple compared to the others you might have seen. And that's only because I just made this. I'll probably add on more to it as time goes on, but I don't want to put unnecessary things on here just to look important. Nah, we're not doing that. I'll end up getting a headache. But yeah, the overall look is very simple. We have our goals for the month right here, our goals for the week, the general goals, inspiration board, and of course, the bugs list. Now I'm going to explain the purpose of each board so you guys know what you're looking at. Our very first board is called the Goals for February 2021. Basically, whatever I want to get accomplished in the whole month of February, I'll put here. I won't get too detailed explaining everything I want done in the month. It'll be more of a general goal. So take for instance, here it says create concept art and start sculpting light enemies. And light enemies are basically enemies you can defeat in a few hits. But notice I don't say how many light enemies I need to create or what type of enemies I should make. That'll be too specific and I'll end up spending too much time creating one thing or one type of enemy, which will slow us down. So I made sure to make it a focus goal, but also, allow myself to be flexible with what I want to create. And as you see, I have a label here that says high priority. This means that during this month, making concept art for the enemies is more important than sculpting. It's better to know what you're going to sculpt and to have references. It'll make the whole process a lot easier. If I choose to start sculpting, out of nowhere without any idea on what I'm going to make, the end product could be a train wreck, especially since I'm not a master sculptor like some people in the Dreamiverse. But yeah, man, that's basically all this list shows. So let's move on. All right, next we have the weekly goals. This list will change, weekly. Every day I'll have something for me to do in order to work towards our monthly goal. Now, do I expect to finish every single weekly goal for every month? No, that's not realistic. I'll most likely follow this loosely, but will still want to achieve the goal. For days 1 and 2, I'll solely work on concept art for light enemies. On day 3, I'll start the sculpting for the enemies, but will still work on concept art. Remember, our monthly goal prioritizes concept art, so I'll spend most of my time making the art rather than sculpting. On days 4 and 5, I'll be working hard on sculpting. There won't be much concept art at all, if any. On day 6, I'll continue the work on sculpting, but I'll be preparing a video to show you guys the progress on what I've been working on. However, if you join me on Patreon, you'll always stay up to date on my progress before everyone else. And last but not least, day 7. I'll publish the video of my progress on this day. I put that I'll sculpt enemies here, but truthfully, I'm gonna use this as a day of rest. Can't afford to get burnt out. But other than that, man, this is gonna be the setup for the weekly goals for now. So on to the next one. All right, here we have the general goals. There isn't much to this. It's basically what it says, general stuff. Things that appear in this list will never be in the monthly goals. For example, removing unnecessary mechanics shouldn't take a whole 30 to 31 days. That's something that'll happen over time and shouldn't really be a main focus. Also, bug fixes. Now, I can say the only time this will be a main focus is towards the end of development. Once everything is set, I'll be spending my time fixing bugs so that the game can be playable. But that's far off into the future. Right now, if it's not too bad of a bug, I'll put it on this bug list, which we'll get to soon, and fix it at a later date. This next list isn't really important for you all, but it's important to me. I think it's great to gather inspiration from multiple sources for your game. Maybe a certain part of your game is lacking something and you don't know what it needs to really take it to that next level. Well, if you have some inspiration for that part of your game, whether it be from a picture or a video, then you might be able to make exactly what you want and possibly make the game 10 times better. That's why here, I'll be posting any type of images or video links for myself just in case I hit a roadblock and won't know what to do or where to go. As you can see, I already have some images here. I'll constantly add to this as time goes on, but I have some images here of the enemies I may want to make, images of environments, gear for the player, and this image in particular is crazy because that's the exact body type our main character has, only with a slightly bigger head. And speaking of that, I do have to decrease the head size a tad. Right now it's too huge. Like, I always have problems animating weapon attacks because the head is so big. The arms and sword tend to go through his head, which I don't like at all. But it'll be an easy adjustment. Anyway, then here we have a section for powers, assets, AI, characters, UI, and an extra tab, gameplay. So if you want to view all of the images I have so far, be sure to click the link in the description. And finally, we're at the bugs list. Again, not anything crazy, but we'll be listing any and every bug we encounter here. You might be wondering, man, he's doing good, boy. He only got 7 bugs. Why I need to get like him? Why? No. I have a bunch more that I didn't put down yet, so expect this list to grow a lot. Oh, and I also forgot to mention the labels in the weekly goals card. If you see a red label, it means I haven't started working on anything yet. If you see it at yellow, it means I've started working on it. And green, of course, means it's completed. With the bugs list, red means not fixed and green means fixed. The reason I didn't add a started or in progress label is because I have a weird thing with bugs. For some reason, 90% of the time when I work on bugs and test them, everything seems to be fine. But when I get on dreams the next day, either something else gets broken or the bug is back like it was never fixed. Am I the only one who goes through that? Usually it's something I've missed and end up fixing it the next day. But I said all that to say, if the bug is fixed, great. If it's not, it's just not. I'm not gonna worry about putting if it's in progress or whatever. It's either fixed or it's not. Period. The end. But that's pretty much it for the Trello, guys. It's always available for you guys to view. If you want to know what I'm working on and what to expect, I'll always inform you on Trello. I really think this will help me get things done quicker. Not that I'm trying to rush, because I'm not. I want to make sure that I take my time but have something to work towards. If I don't get a couple of the weekly goals done, no worries. I'll put it on the list for the following week. This just helps me organize everything instead of winging it. And trust me, I've been winging it ever since I started this project.
Firepower sound kinda cool, man. Let's add that. It'll take me 5 months to get it done, but oh well. Let's work on AI. I may not be able to show anything for a few months, but it's okay. They'll get it whenever.
Nah, man, that's not how it's gonna work anymore. We need structure. How many of y'all know that structure is important? Raise your hand. Anybody? Hello? Guess I'm all alone. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, if you want to view everything for yourself, click the link in the description and it'll take you to this very page. I'll have more updates for you guys here soon. So until then, take care, man, and I'll see y'all in the next one.